Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 31st August 2024. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone price action reports that are useful to the premium subscribers with the help of NeoStock Software Supply Demand Zone Price Action. The first report we are going to generate finding the stocks near demand and supply zones. In this process, we will also identify daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. So let's start with the half yearly time frame. Let us find the stocks near half yearly demand zone. One stock is filtered near to the half yearly demand zone. I will be giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. You pause the video, you can study all the parameters and then you can proceed further. In case if you doesn't know how to study this report, I request you complete our training lesson 21.1. That is part 1 of lesson 21. There I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations, everything in detail. Now let's generate the next report for half yearly time frame. Let us find the stocks near half yearly supply zone. One stock is filtered near to the half yearly supply zone. Next time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. Only one stock is filtered near to the quarterly demand zone. Next report for quarterly time frame. Let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. Two stocks are filtered. The next time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. One stock is filtered near to the monthly demand zone. The next report for monthly time frame. Let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. Four stocks are filtered. The next time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. 8 stocks are filtered near to the weekly demand zone. The next report for weekly time frame. Let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. The next time frame is daily. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered and we don't have any high liquidity daily demand zones from this list. The next report for daily time frame. Let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Let us check any high liquidity supply zone. And this is a pedalite is already pierced, so it's not a valid zone. The next time frame is 125 minutes. Let's find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. 11 stocks are filtered. And the next report for 125 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. And the next time frame is 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any high liquidity 75 minute zones. No, we don't have any high liquidity 75 minute zones from this list. The next report for 75 minutes time frame. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Let's identify high liquidity supply zones from this list. ACC is having a high liquidity supply zone, tested 7 times and 10 rejections. If you can fine tune the zone up to the 5 minutes time frame and you can find a fresh fine tuned 5 minute zone, you can plan a trade. Even any high liquidity 5 minute zone also you can plan a trade. Next one, Bajaj Finance is not valid. This is already pierced. And then we have LTF is again the same stock. We got a very good trade yesterday. It is repeated. If you can find a fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone, you can plan the trade. Next, we have one more high liquidity 75-minute supply zone, that is sale, and it is already tested once and 3 rejections from this zone. So if you can find a fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone or any high liquidity 5-minute zone, you can plan the trade. That means today we identified 3 high liquidity zones from 75-minute supply zone. In remaining time frames we didn't have. That is 75 minutes demand zone and daily time frame we didn't have high liquidity zones. Only 75 minutes supply zone, 3 zones. Okay, this is about high liquidity zones. The next time frame is 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Next report for 25 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered. The next time frame is 15 minutes. For 15 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 4 stocks are filtered near to the 15 minutes demand zone. Let's verify any of these 4 stocks are having a high liquidity. Sorry, not high liquidity. Lalpat Lab is already high liquidity zone, but we are looking for a demand zone confluence. The 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence, that is the LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, the 15 minutes and 75 minutes confluence is enabled. Now let's verify. Only NIFTY reality indices is having zone confluence. Stocks are not available. Okay, now let's proceed with the next report. For 15 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. And let's verify out of these 6, how many of these zones are having confluence with 75 minutes supply zone. 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence. So I am enabling 15 minutes supply zone with 75 minutes supply zone. It's enabled. Now let's filter. So 3 stocks are filtered. All these 3 supply zones are having confluence with ITF time frame, that is 75 minutes time frame. And in this again Bajaj Finance is a high liquidity 15 minute supply zone. Okay, now among these 3, let us verify again how many of these stocks are having even confluence with HTF time frame, that is a daily time frame, that is LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. The first one is enabled 15 minutes. The next 15 minutes and daily supply zone is enabled, and 75 and daily supply zone confluence is also enabled. Now all the 3 LTF, ITF, HTF options, let us filter. Only one stock is filtered, Bajaj Finance. So Bajaj Finance is having a confluence with LTF, ITF, HTF, and also Bajaj Finance 15 minute zone is what to say, 15 minute zone is a high liquidity zone. Okay, this is about 15 minutes time frame. Next time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered near to the 5 minutes demand zone. So let's verify how many of these 5 minute zones are having confluence with 15 minutes demand zone. So 5 minutes and 15 minutes demand zone confluence, I am enabling the filter. Now with this filter, let's verify how many stocks will be filtered. So 4 stocks are filtered. All these 4 demand zones are having confluence with ITF time frame, that is 15 minutes time frame, but Hindustan Unilever is already pierced, so it's invalid. We can remove that stock. Now let's verify how many of these stocks again having confluence with HTF time frame, that is a daily time frame. 75 minutes time frame. Because 5 minutes, 15 minutes and 75 minutes confluence. 5 minutes and 15 minutes is already enabled. Now I am enabling 5 minutes and 75 option, and also 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence also enabled. With this LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence is enabled. Let's verify how many stocks. So none of the stocks are having LTF, ITF and HTF demand zone confluence. Okay, the next one is 5 minute supply zones. So I've selected the 5 minutes entry time, and let us find the stocks near 5 minute supply zones. Let's filter. 5 stocks are filtered which are near to the 5 minute supply zone. So let us verify how many of these stocks are having confluence with 15 minutes supply zone. So in the supply zone, 5 minutes and supply zone confluence enabled. Let's filter. None of the stocks are having 5 minutes and 15 minutes confluence. All are individual 5 minute zones. Okay, this is about stocks near demand and supply zones. Next report, let us identify Nifty and Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. Let's start with Nifty. Starting from monthly time frame, I am generating a monthly supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Always look into the zone column for finding the high liquidity zones. Look into the pierced column. Count is not 0, the zone is pierced. Pierced zones are not useful. And also look into the trend, whichever the time frame you select. Here we selected monthly. So monthly trend will be treated as a LTF trend. And one more time frame higher is a quarterly trend. And one more time frame higher is a yearly trend. This is the way you should understand for the rest of the reports. And remaining columns you can understand easily. Now the next time frame is weekly. I am generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Nifty. The next time frame is daily. I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for Nifty. The next time frame is 125 minutes. I am generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the next time frame is 75 minutes. I am generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the next time frame is 25 minutes, and I am generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the next time frame is 15 minutes. I am generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the next time frame is 5 minutes. I am generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. So this is about Nifty supply demand zone chain. Next we will generate supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So that is nothing but Nifty Bank index. So in the Bank Nifty indices, let's start with monthly time frame. I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is weekly. I am generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is daily. I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is next time frame is 125 minutes. I'm generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the next time frame is 75 minutes. I'm generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the next time frame is 25 minutes. I'm generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the next time frame is 15 minutes. I'm generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. And finally the last time frame, that is 5 minutes, I'm generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. So with this we have completed supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. So the next reports, let's generate bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly income trade, weekly income trade, daily income trade and hourly income trade. For bullish and bearish trade setup. First let's start with bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. So entry time frame is daily and entry zone is demand zone for bullish trade setup, and also in bullish or bearish trade setup parameter in daily time frame I am selecting bullish, and daily demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count in daily time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value I am setting 0. Next filter, zone achievement should be violated opposing zone, and next filter, minimum odd enhancer score should be 12. All the three filters are applied to daily demand zone. Now let's filter the stocks. So we have good number of stocks that are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. That includes Nifty, Nifty mid cap select. Both these indices are all part of a F&O list. Nifty oil and gas, Nifty reality, Nifty reality, they are both these are not there in the F&O list. But again, next one, Nifty next 50 index is also part of futures. Remaining all the stocks are from the futures, they are available. What I do, let me scroll the list down. So total 30 stocks are filtered, and all these 30 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Now let's look into the high probability setups. So let us add Zone Confluence. Let us verify out of these 30 how many stocks are having monthly and daily. Daily is the entry time frame. So daily and weekly Zone Confluence, that is LTF and ITF Zone Confluence. These are the demand zones. Bullish trades up, we trade in demand zone. So in the demand zone confluence, I am adding the filter daily demand zone with weekly demand zone. Enable the filter. That means LTF zone and ITF zone confluence. See, from 30 the list is come down to 14. All these 14 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, and also the daily demand zone and the weekly demand zone are having confluence, zone confluence. And if we want to add further probability, higher probability, let's look for EMA confluence also, because ITF zone is having uptrend. That is ITF zone is a weekly zone. So let's look into weekly EMA confluence. How many of these stocks are having weekly EMA confluence? So let's add EMA filter. So in the EMA confluence, in weekly time frame, so weekly demand zone with the weekly EMA confluence filter is enabled. Weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. Now let's filter the stocks. 7 stocks from 14, out of 14, 7 stocks are filtered. These 17 stocks are having weekly zones, are having weekly EMA confluence. At the same time, daily zone is also having a zone confluence with a weekly demand zone. That means daily demand zone is part of the weekly demand zone. That is what zone confluence. Because that is part of the zone confluence, we are checking a EMA. Because if weekly EMA and a weekly zone are having confluence, it's a high probability trade setup. That means daily zone is also almost like having a zone confluence with the weekly. That is the way you have to understand. So all these 7 stocks are having high probability trade setup. Now let's verify LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. First we need to remove this EMA filter. I removed the filter. Now let's look into the demand zone confluence. Already one filter is enabled in the demand zone confluence. That is a daily demand zone, weekly demand zone is already enabled. Next, daily demand zone with monthly demand zone filter is also enabled. And a weekly demand zone and monthly demand zone filter is also enabled. That means LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence. Let's filter. Only one stock is filtered. That is having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. And HTF trend is also up. Why? What is the advantage? We can look for EMA confluence. Because the weekly zone and daily zone are part of the monthly zone. That is what zone confluence. Because they are part, our entry zone is part of monthly. If the monthly is having EMA confluence, that could be a high probability trade setup. So now in the EMA confluence, I want to add in the monthly time frame. So monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence. This is monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence. That's wonderful. The same stock is also having monthly EMA confluence and also having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence and also supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Okay, this is about bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. So entry time frame is daily, entry zone should be supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at daily, I am selecting bearish and the daily supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, daily time frame minimum value 0, maximum value 0, zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum order enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to daily supply zone. Let's verify. So none of the stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Okay, next let's verify bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. For weekly income trade, entry time frame is 75 minutes. The entry zone for bullish trade setup is demand zone. And bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, I am selecting bullish. And 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, 75 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum 0. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum order enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone. Now let's verify. So we have 19 stocks are filtered. Nifty 50, Nifty mid cap select, Nifty next 50 are also there in this list. Let me scroll. So total 19 stocks are filtered. Let's verify out of these 19 how many of the stocks are having LTF and ITF confluence. That is 75 minutes and daily zone confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, $75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone, that is LTF and ITF zone confluence is enabled. Now let's filter. 11 stocks are filtered. From 19, 11 stocks are supporting a bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. At the same time, the 75 minutes LTF zone and daily ITF zone both are having confluence. Now let's look for even further more stronger probability setup by looking into the ITF zone having EMA confluence. ITF is a daily zone. So now we need to look for daily zone with daily EMA confluence. Why? Because the daily trend is up in the ITF time frame. In bullish trade setup, always ITF trend is uptrend. So that's why If daily zone is having daily EMA confluence, that is going to be very high probability trade setup. So in the EMA confluence, the daily time frame, I am selecting daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Enable this filter. Let's filter the stocks. So all these 7 stocks are having daily EMA confluence. Excellent. So all these 7 stocks, including Nifty 50, is providing high probability trade setup. And some of these demand zones are also high liquidity zones. Okay, next let us look into LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. For that we need to remove this filter, daily EMA confluence filter. I removed it. Now let's look into demand zone confluence. Already one filter is enabled. That is 75 minutes into daily is enabled. Next 75 minutes demand zone with weekly we are enabling, and daily demand zone and weekly demand zone confluence also enabled. Now LTF, ITF, HTF, that means 75 minutes daily and weekly zones are having confluence with each other. So 3 stocks are filtered. Out of these 3, are there any stocks that is even supporting a weekly EMA confluence at higher time frame? Third one is anyway invalid, it is a sideways. First 2 stocks only we have to look for. So what I am doing in the EMA confluence weekly time frame, I am looking for weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. Only one stock, Apollo Hospital, is filtered and it is a HTF trend is uptrend, good, and ITF and LTF zones are part of the HTF zone because we already verified LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence. That means 75 minute zone and daily zone are part of weekly zone. Because weekly trend is uptrend, we also looked for weekly EMA confluence. The stock is having even weekly EMA confluence. So it's a high probability trade setup. So this is about bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame is 75 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes I am selecting bearish. The 75 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value I am setting 0. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum odd and enhanced score should be 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 75 minute supply zone. Now let's filter. So currently none of the stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Okay, fine. Next, bullish trade setup for daily income trade. For daily income trade, bullish trade setup entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone is a demand zone. And in bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bullish. The 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, in 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is a violated opposing zone. Minimum odd and enhanced score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. Now let's filter the stocks. So we got 18 stocks are filtered. So total 18 stocks are filtered. Now let's look for EMA confluence out of these, zone confluence, demand zone confluence out of these 18. The LTF and ITF, that is 15 minutes and 75 minutes zone confluence, let's verify. So in the demand zone confluence, the 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone, I enable the filter. Now let's verify. 15 stocks are filtered. All these 15 stocks are having 15 minute zone and 75 minute zone confluence. Now let us verify out of these 15 stocks, let us filter based on EMA confluence because ITF trend is uptrend. Let's look for 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. So in the 75 minutes demand zone, I am looking for demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Now let's verify the stocks. Now the list is come down to 6. These 6 stocks are having a daily EMA confluence, and also these 6 stocks are having a 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence, and also supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. So this is the high probability trade setup. Now let's look for even LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, how many of these zones are having. For that, first we need to remove this EMA filter. Now let's verify LTF, ITF and HTF zone confluence, demand zone. So already 15 minutes demand zone and 75 is enabled. Now I am adding 15 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone, and also 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone, with all the 3 filters supporting LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That is 15 minutes, 75 minutes and daily time frame zone confluence. 7 stocks are filtered. Out of these 7, 5 stocks are currently supporting uptrend, and 15 minutes and 75 minutes are having confluence with daily. So because this is a daily time frame and 15 and 75 are part of the daily zone, now we need to look for daily EMA confluence for high probability trade setup. So I am going to add EMA filter, EMA confluence in daily time frame. I am enabling demand zone with daily EMA confluence. That means daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Now let's filter the stocks. 3 stocks are filtered. Reliance is having a high probability trade setup and also daily EMA confluence. Oberoi Realty is invalid. The reason is HTF trend is sideways trend, you can't use EMA confluence. And ITC is also high probability trade setup. So the next is a bearish trade setup for daily income trade. So entry time frame is 15 minutes, entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bearish, and this 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced in the pierced count, and 15 minutes minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is violated, opposing zone. Minimum odd and hands score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 15 minute supply zone. Now let's filter the stocks. 5 stocks are filtered. These 5 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Okay, out of these 5 supply zones, how many are having confluence with the ITF time frame? That is 15 minutes and 75 minutes zone confluence, supply zone confluence. So in the supply zone confluence, I am enabling 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone. Now with this filter, let's check. Now 4 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade, and also the 15 minute zone and 75 minute zone are having confluence with each other. That means they've overlapped. Because 15 minute zone is part of 75, now I am looking for 75 minute supply zone EMA confluence. So in the EMA confluence at 75 minutes time frame, I am looking for supply zone with daily EMA confluence. 75 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Now let's filter the stocks. 1 stock is filtered, ACC. Okay, fine. Now let's verify if this supply zone is having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Before that, this is a high probability setup. So LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, I need to remove EMA filter. Now in the supply zone confluence, already 15 minutes supply zone 75 is enabled. Next 15 minutes supply zone with the daily is also I am enabling, and 75 minutes supply with the daily is also I am enabling. With all the three filters, LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence, let's verify 2 stocks are filtered, and these 2 stocks currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes, and also 15 minutes, 75 minutes, and a daily zone confluence is there. Now let's verify. The first stock is having daily EMA confluence supply zone. Second one you can ignore, it is a sideways trend. So for that EMA filter I am adding, because it is having daily confluence. So in the daily time frame, daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. So one stock is filtered, but it is not valid because the daily trend is sideways. So sideways market EMA doesn't make any difference. Okay, this is about bearish trade setup. Next income trade is hourly income trade. Hourly income trade bullish trade setup. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Entry zone is a demand zone. Bullish trade setup. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes I am selecting bullish. The 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count in 5 minutes time frame, minimum value is 0, maximum value is 0. Zone achievement is violated, opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score should be 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. And now you got 15 stocks are filtered. These 15 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. And to increase the probability of getting success, let's add zone confluence, ITF and LTF zone confluence. So how many of the 5 minutes and 15 minute zones are having confluence out of these 15? So in the demand zone confluence, in 15 minutes time, in 5 minutes and the demand zone 15 minutes, demand zone are having confluence. That option I enabled. Let's filter. 11 stocks are filtered. These 11 stocks are having 5 minutes and 15 minute zone confluence, and also they are supporting bullish trade setup. To increase the probability, let us verify these 15 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence. In the EMA 15 minutes, because 5 minutes and 15 are overlapped. So we are looking for 15 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Let's verify how many are filtered. Only one stock is filtered. And this 15 minute zone is having a daily EMA confluence. And 5 minutes entry zone is overlapped with this 15 minute zone. Now let's look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. For that we need to remove EMA filter. In the demand zone confluence, 5 minutes with 15 minutes is enabled. Next 5 minutes and 75 minutes confluence is enabled, and 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone enabled. That means 5 minutes and 15 minutes are part of 75 minutes in this confluence. 6 stocks are filtered. All these 6 stocks are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That is 5 minutes, 15 minutes and 75. And also all these 75 minutes HTF trend is uptrend. So what we can do, let's verify any of these HTF zones are having 75 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence. The EMA confluence 75 minutes time frame, I am selecting demand zone is having daily EMA confluence. The 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Let's verify. One stock is filtered. This stock is supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade, and also it is having LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence, and also HTF zone confluence, supply zone confluence with daily EMA. Okay, the next report, bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. So entry time frame is 5 minutes, entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes, I am selecting bearish. This 5-minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, in 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0, and zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum order enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5-minute supply zone. So only 2 stocks are filtered. Currently these 2 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Now let's verify any of these stocks are having confluence with 15-minute zone. Supply zone confluence, 5 minutes and 15 minutes supply zone confluence. I am enabling this filter. Now let's verify. And both the stocks are having confluence with 15 minutes time frame. Now let's verify these 15-minute zones are having confluence with the daily EMA. In the EMA confluence, the 15 minutes is having demand. This supply zone is having daily EMA confluence. So one stock is having, very good. This is having daily EMA confluence. Okay, the next one is LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. So I am removing this EMA filter. So LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. So 5-minute supply zone with 75. I am enabling 15-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone. I am enabling with all the 3 filters. Let us verify. None of the stocks are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That's fine. LTF and ITF confluence is there, and one zone in that list is having even EMA, daily EMA confluence. And in the last report, let us generate daily ATRs. These are the daily ATRs. First 17 in this list are indices. That includes all the sectorial indices. Remaining all are equity stocks, but taken from F&O list. So what I do, I keep on scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video. I am scrolling the list down. This is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for our further study and analysis. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.